If you're thinking about moving to Whitefish, Montana, there are a few things the listing photos won't tell you. The view from the deck is real, so is the property tax bill, the winter, and the fact that the house you're looking at online may have been sitting for 4 months for a reason. I'm Corey Olofson. I'm a Montana native and a real estate advisor here in the Flathead Valley. This is the honest version of what it's actually like to live in Whitefish: the good, the expensive, and the stuff people figure out the hard way. So let's start by setting some expectations. Whitefish is a small mountain town. There's only about 8,000 full-time residents, but it doesn't function like a town that size. It's the northern anchor of the Flathead Valley. It sits at the base of Big Mountain on the south shore of Whitefish Lake. It's only about 30 minutes from the west entrance of Glacier National Park. That combination, a ski resort, a lake, and a national park, all within reach of downtown, is exactly why it's not priced like a small town. You're not competing with locals for these houses. You're competing with second home buyers. They're coming from all over: Seattle, California, Texas, Chicago, and even the East Coast. That's the single most important thing to understand before you start shopping here. Now let's talk money, because this is where most people get surprised. Whitefish is the most expensive market in the Flathead Valley by a wide margin. Entry level here is not entry level anywhere else in Montana. Move-in ready, single family homes in town generally start in the high six figures. And anything with a view, lake access, proximity to the resort, or short-term rental availability moves into the seven figures quite quickly. If your budget is more modest, that doesn't mean you're priced out of the lifestyle. It just means that we have to widen the map. Columbia Falls and Kalispell are 15 to 25 minutes away, and they give you a lot more house for the money and can still put you in the same school district depending on location, the same access to Glacier, and the same valley. A lot of my relocation clients think they want Whitefish specifically until they understand they can keep six figures in their pocket by looking 10 minutes down the road. Sometimes the right answer is still Whitefish, but you should make that choice on purpose and not by accident. Here's something the headline price doesn't always show you. So Whitefish is kind of comprised of two markets stacked on top of each other. The first tier, well located, walkable to downtown, or true ski and lake properties, they still move, and they move pretty competitively. The second tier is legacy inventory, homes that got listed at the peak of the frenzy and are now sitting. You'll see this in the data. Days on market in Whitefish have stretched well past 3 months on a lot of different listings. For a buyer, that's leverage. It means the right offer on the right sitting property is a real conversation, not a fantasy. But it also means you can't price your expectations off the worst listing in the market. Knowing which tier a given home is in, that's the entire job. And that's part you don't get from a search portal. So what it's actually like once you're here. Whitefish Mountain Resort is 10 minutes from downtown. And there's a free bus that runs up to the mountain in the wintertime. I highly suggest you take it because parking can be bad. The Whitefish Trail System is a 40-plus mile network with trailheads throughout town and outside of town. The lake is the lake. Downtown is generally walkable, with restaurants that would not be out of place in a much bigger city, which is both a feature and a reason that your dinner reservation in July requires advanced planning. Glacier Park International Airport is about 15 minutes away, with daily nonstops to major hubs, which is the quiet reason this market holds value. You can get here, and it's not that difficult. The flip side, summer brings serious tourist traffic, and the things that make Whitefish special are not a secret anymore. Winter is real. Plan for it. If you're coming from a warmer climate, the romance of mountain snow and the reality of a Montana January are two completely different things. I'd rather you hear that from me now than in February. If there's one thing I want you to take from this, do not shop Whitefish the way you'd shop a normal market. The price gap between tiers, the out-of-state competition, the listings that look like deals and aren't, are just the ones that none of that shows up on Zillow. What I do for relocation clients is build the strategy before you ever get on a plane. We figure out whether Whitefish, downtown, Whitefish proper, or somewhere 10 minutes outside actually fits what you want and your lifestyle. We identify which listings are real opportunities, and we make sure you're not the buyer who overpays because they fell in love with the view and forgot to check the rest of the boxes. If you're seriously considering a move to the Flathead Valley, I put together a full relocation guide that covers the entire valley, all the different areas, neighborhoods, cost, schools, the works. It's free, and the link's in the description below. If you found this useful, subscribe. I'm working my way through the whole valley, one honest guide at a time. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. And if you have a topic you'd like me to cover, drop it in the comments below.